Welcome to my Hearts of Iron Let's Play USA segment 15, the end of 14, the last one. You can see that I was capturing Northern Africa. Currently the Brits have lost everything. They're attempting to retake Greece, which I don't think is going to go anywhere. I've taken Norway, and I've also had an engagement in the Pacific with the Japanese, and my fleets are really beat up. I have two carrier fleets, one led by Halsey, one led by Nimitz. I have two surface fleets, one led by King, one led by Spruance. Right now they are recuperating at Pearl Harbor before they go out again. I'm moving forces over to Hawaii because I'm going to launch a campaign to retake Midway and Wake as my immediate goals. And at the same time, I'm going to continue with the North Africa campaign. Now, I currently have my two fleets, the carrier fleet and battleship fleet, one in the Pacific and one carrier fleet battleship in the Mediterranean. Attempting to cut off trade. The Japanese and the Germans are using the Suez Canal. Just had at the end of the last video, we had a little engagement here. You can see my fleet was beat up a little bit. But at any rate, we're going to continue pressing on. We're running out of supplies. You can see I've only got 300, and you can see indications that some of my fleets are running out of supplies. So I have changed my production slider over right now just for the near term to maximize supplies. I want to get the supplies flowing again. And as a consequence, I've more or less stopped production. So we'll see how this supply starts flowing. And I do not want to be... And I also have moved over to officer ratio to bring my officer ratio back up to 140. We want to get these... Looks like the Italians are still coming out looking for a fight. Obviously that ship is based in Alexandria, and as long as I'm sitting here blockading it, there's 12 ships in port. They're not going to get anywhere as long as I'm sitting here blockading it. So hopefully we'll sink some more Italian ships. Excellent. My fleet getting too beat up. If we can, again, my goal here is to take Tunis. Tunis is going to be my main fleet anchorage in the Mediterranean. Then I will retake all of this for the Brits so that they can open up trade again. The Japanese are halfway through India after taking all of the Dutch East Indies and New Zealand for the most part, and Australia. But again, I'm going to immediate goals Midway and Wake. As soon as this transport fleet gets to Midway, I mean to Pearl Harbor, we're going to immediately launch an attack on Midway. I don't know if we can hold it. I would rather go for Wake because it has an airfield, but we're going to go for Midway. Then we're going to put some of these garrison units on Midway and then move on and take Wake just as quickly as we can. Those are the priority, Midway and Wake. Moving the speed up to 4. While Nimitz is taking care of the Italian fleet here in the Med, and these troops are moving on. Now I brought over these self-propelled artillery brigades. Because when I originally created these divisions, I didn't have the capability to build self-propelled, but I do now. So once all of these units get to Tunis, I'm going to take these self-propelled artillery brigades, bring them over here, and then I'm going to combine them with these mechanized corps. Alright, now we can make some moves over here. But I want these guys to stay in Honolulu. Let's get one more level of repair on this battleship. Alright, so let's take all 3 Marine Corps. And let's get this ball rolling. Now the Japanese fleet is very large. As you can see, the last time we met, they blooded me very well. We'll take Midway, then I'll run back with this same transportation fleet, pick up these garrison units, move them Midway. Nimitz can hold his own. That's why I'm letting him do his thing. I have absolute confidence in Spruance and Nimitz. In fact, let's move in here and let these guys repair while they're waiting. Should have used him. We're going to make this transport fleet number 8. Hotkey number 8. Take all of these garrison units and move them to Midway. And then we're going to take these 3 Marine Corps, which are 5 by Marine. Don't care if it's not the most efficient use, that's just what I do. And I'm going to take them, we're going to go over here and take Wake. We're going to move these multi-rolls over to Wake. And Wake is going to be our kickoff point. I would like to go then for Marcus Island and Iwo Jima and build up Iwo Jima into an airport for my strategic bombers to attack mainland Japan. But we're a ways off from that yet. Let's see. Get our Marines. Go straight for Wake. Looks like I've got some supply flowing now. See if we can get back up in production. I expect there to be resistance here. As I can see, there's at least one Japanese Marine unit here, so I'm going to start with Geiger because I always want to train Geiger. He has 3 traits, so he's the best Marine commander, so I try to get him the highest rank I can. Japan does have a large fleet. I don't want to spend too much time here. I want to take this island. Looks like it's going to take longer than I want it to. I'm going to throw in the other 2 Marine Corps. Because I am leery of their navy. Remember, I've only got one battleship fleet and 1 carrier fleet in the whole Pacific. That's it. The Enterprise, the Wasp, and the Hornet. Now, I have every bit of faith in the Enterprise and Halsey, but you never can tell. On the edge, I suppose. I know a lot of people, when they play this game, they'll build 20 or 30 carriers. I don't see the point myself when I'm single player. It just seems like so much overkill, and there's no skill when you're just overwhelming everything with so many aircraft. chance to be surprised by what happens. It's a boring game, is what I'm getting at. Alright, this is exactly what I was worried about. I have 18 ships, and the Japanese show up with 26, which means I'm going to immediately throw in the rest of my Marines, slow down the speed 3. I've got nothing to back me up with here. It's going to play out. Either I'm going to lose or I'm going to win. That's the bottom line. 18 ships under Halsey versus 24 ships under Ozawa. Maybe that's Ozawa. I feel like I'm gonna lose on this one. Definitely lose some ships. I don't know if I'm gonna lose the overall battle. As long as the big E hangs in there. Come on, Halsey. Now, I will immediately, if I can, as soon as I can, I will head into port. Oh, I've lost at least one ship. Now I'm down to 17. But he's down to 18 from 24. Now I'm down to 11. Yeah, I'm getting my butt whooped in this one. That's what I mean. This, to me, is fun. Just running over everything is not fun. But having a challenge, I find. What did I lose? I lost 2 light cruisers. The Japanese lost a battle cruiser, a heavy cruiser, light cruisers, and destroyers. Now I'm immediately going to go into port, lick my wounds. Look, my aircraft were just totally shot. Alright, so I need to replenish. I'm going to pause right here. I have lost a light cruiser from my carrier fleet and a light cruiser from my surface fleet. So I immediately need to replenish them. So I head over to Washington, which is my anchorage. We're going to see if we've got 2 light cruisers. Level 6. Give them Buckmaster and send them over to Wake Island. Alright, now back to the med. Everything's coming along nicely here. Of course, he's run out of supply. In fact, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these guys back to Casablanca. Industrial capacity in Gulfport. I will move that down. Actually, no, because I've got enough. We're going to go to reinforcements. Okay. I'm going to have to make a move here shortly. I need to up my game. Not getting anywhere. Okay. That was a rough battle. That was a very rough battle. I've still got all 6 CAGs, even though they're beat up. Let me take a gander at what I've got available. I've got 3 carriers that I could send out sortie also, and light cruiser. In fact, I think I will. Yorktown, Essex, and Intrepid, along with 3 level 6 light cruisers, the Nashville, Honolulu, and Oakland. Okay, move them down to Norfolk. Then I can get some CAGs on them. We want these to be fleet destroyers. And there are none left. Spotters? Yes. Got some spotters. I always put fleet destroyers first and spotters second. And then whatever, if I have no spotters or fleet destroyers, then I put no trait. Base them to carrier. Commander Fletcher. Yes, I have every bit of confidence in Fletcher also. So this is going to be a 3rd CV fleet. He's going to Hawaii. Now, I've already got 2 level 3 battleships in Pearl, so I'm going to take a heavy cruiser, level 5 heavy cruiser, and 3 light cruisers. We're going to send them to Pearl. We're going to match them up with those 2 battleships and make that 3rd fleet. Don't have enough supply. Local supply is 132.85. Local fuel is 631. I require local fuel. I require 23.31 fuel every day. This port can ship in 39.37, and I require 45. So that right there tells me there's not enough. Since the carrier fleet has the longest range, I'm going to rebase the carrier to Midway, but I'm not going to have it go to Midway. I'm going to have it stay right here. So now it draws its supply from Midway as opposed to Wake, and that's going to help the supply situation in Wake. Now I need 36, and I can supply 40, so that brings me within standards. That's excellent. In the meantime, I've got to get this fleet back. Let me see if I've got... I want to put that on auto. I forgot that I did not have that on auto, I suppose. Take a while to replenish, rearm, repair. Mostly repair, but we're back up to 140% on officer ratio, so we'll go back into research. I want to look at my theories. 45, 44, 44, okay. Until I can get up to speed, it will be, taking Norway was the most action we've had so far. Continue. Okay, so I've got Tunis. Build up the airfield, build up the radar, the anti-aircraft, and definitely the port and infrastructure. Tunis is going to be my fleet anchorage. So I don't have to base at Gibraltar anymore. Oh, just fix the move, the battleship fleet. Alright, battleship fleet added to be based Tunis so we can get some repairs. You can see the Pennsylvania's down to 33%. And Nimitz is still good. I'm going to leave him there blockading Alexandria. Looks like Buckmaster's here. Split apart these 2 cruisers. I'm going to take one for the CV fleet and one for the surface warfare. Alright, now they're back up to 6 ships each, which is all I want. Just need to do a little bit more repairing. And originally I said I was going to go for Marcus Island. I think I've changed my mind, and I'm going to go for Inuitok. While they're getting repaired, though, I'm going to send some fighters. Do I have any in Norway? Interceptors in Norway, tactical bombers. Do I have any spare in Washington, D.C.? No. Alright, so I'm hurting for fighters and interceptors. I'm going to send LeMay down to Tunis. And he is going to do a little repairing, and then he's going to protect the harbor here. Because well, I like that. I like that right there. That saves my troops having to do all this walking. Fletcher Spruance was getting beat up. I'm going to set LeMay on air intercept for the Tunis harbor. Now I'm waiting on they're already here. So we're going to make these 2 battleships and these 4. We're going to combine to make the 3rd Surface Warfare Fleet. They're going to be under Heart. I'd rather do Caithness. I like Caithness. Okay, so this is Surface 3rd Navy. And they will be Pacific, and they will be hotkeyed to number 6. Number 5 is Fletcher, Pacific. Okay, now we've got 2 carrier groups, 2 surface warfare groups for the entirety of the Pacific. One of them being really butchered. That still leaves us with only Nimitz and Sprints. In actuality, now that I'm running 3 fleets, I'm going to take Nimitz. Yes, I'm going to go into port real quick right here because I want to change out Nimitz. In the small reaches here, I don't anticipate any huge trouble here in the Med. And Nimitz is a fine commander, so I'm going to swap him out with Fletcher. And also, that's only level 3. You can see these are level 3 carriers. So I'm going to give Fletcher the Med, and I'm going to give Nimitz the Pacific. I'm also going to change your numbers. It's not going to be Halsey 1, Nimitz 2. Or 2nd Fleet. So we make this the 3rd Fleet. 1 is Halsey. Okay. 3rd, or the 2nd Fleet, as it were. Actually, now the 2nd. Hotkeyed number 3. Okay. Alright, so 1 is Nimitz, 1 is Halsey, 3 is Nimitz, and 5 is Fletcher. 2 is King, 4 is now going to be Caithness. He hasn't. 4 is Caithness, and then 5 Fletcher, and 6 Spruance. Although I may change Spruance out, but for now that's what I want to do. Alright, so 5 is in the Med. I'm going to take him back down here to blockade Alexandria. We're going to, Nimitz is going to rebase to Midway along with Caithness. It's a level 5 port. You can do that. Operational level command. 44. That's good for now. Trying to get everything up to 44. And I'm going to work on basing because that is so important. And I can get one more. How about anti-aircraft? Okay, 39. Well, my fleet's not back up to where I'd like it to be, but I think it's far enough. Oh, I need to go back and grab, where's number 8? And fleet number 8 is going to go to Midway, grab some of those garrison units and move them into Wake so that when my Marines leave, it's not undefended. We're going to move the multi-role fighter squadron to Wake. This will give my fleets a little, while we're waiting on the transport fleet to pick up the garrisons. It'll give my fleets a little more time to repair, reorg, rearm. Take them out. Fletcher, you can do it. Now, if I had air assets available in the Med, I would also port strike Alexandria, but I don't want to deplete my CAGs at the moment because that's the only air I actually have to use. Right, so 4th Mechanized. We're going to add a self-propelled artillery to all of these units. That'll make them complete. Normally I wouldn't have brought them over, and I would have had them still sitting in the States, and this would have been easier to add them. But I really needed the fighting force. And I believe that's all of the 4th. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, everybody. Okay, so the 4th is now a coherent fighting unit. It's got everything in it that I want it to have. Need to bring over... Oh, I don't have any... Well, it's going to have to be a transport, unfortunately. Build more assault ships. Wait till he gets there. Let's see what I've got in my queue. Definitely need more assault ships. 10. I build them in batches of 10. And at this point, I'm going to move all the factories down to the bottom of the list. It's more important if I get these units out, in my opinion. Okay. We'll take 3. Oh, he's not there yet. He's still on his way. Okay. We're going to take 3 garrison units off of Midway and put them on Wake. And we're going to invade Eniwetok. And in this one, I'm going to use Nimitz since this is a fresh carrier. Fresh battleship fleet. Boy, he's... Okay. Alright, here we go. So we leave 2, take 3, and transport. Now, we're going to take Nimitz, and Cathus. I'm going to clear the way. And the Marines are headed down. While King and Halsey continue to repair, rearm, and resupply. Now that's to be expected because of the airfields in this area. The same reason we want to attack Eniwetok, the airfields. Even though I don't have any planes to spare, apparently. Again, I'm going to lead the attack with Geiger. Best Marine commander. She's got 3 traits started at the game. So I try to level him as much as I can. Or I try to use him as much as I can. And just like we did last time, if it looks like it's going to take a while, I'm going to throw in all 3 Marine Corps. 3 Marine units are better than 1. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do it right now because of the supply issue. Go ahead and take this so we can get our ships into port. And as soon as they take this, I will head all 3 of these fleets into port right here in Eniwetok. Okay, there we go. And that is my 30-minute timer has just gone off. So I'm going to end it right there, and hopefully I'll see some more action in the next game.